honoring Black history.
What is the Black Bottom District? It's a term that many in 2026 have probably never heard before. From the late 1800s to nearly 1940, it was a place where black businesses thrived right on the state line. As we dive deeper into our region's black history, we go to Bristol to learn more about how businesses nearly 100 years old are being documented today.
William Isom is the director of Black in Appalachia, an effort started in 2012 as a product of East Tennessee PBS in Knoxville. The goal has always been bringing black stories back into the narrative here in our region, a place where African American roots run deep.
It's important for the outside world to understand the diversity of Appalachia and the diversity that Appalachia has always had.
Fast forward to 2016 and enter a woman on a mission. Tina McDaniel, a local historian and Bristol native, retired from her corporate job, wanting something more in life, finding inspiration after watching the movie Hidden Figures. It was Katherine Johnson, the NASA mathematician in the film, who lit McDaniel's spark.
She was a teacher in Marion, Virginia. So there was a segregated school in Marion. And I don't know, I think that just something triggered in my mind about, okay, so we didn't know about this story. What else is there that we don't know?
I think locally, a lot of our black history has just not been considered important by local repositories, local historical societies. And so when you go into those spaces, you don't find the black narratives in there, so it's up to us to simply provide labor to make sure that those narratives are visible.
From that point on, it became her mission to document Bristol's black history, specifically Black Bottom, something she learned about just by talking to elders in the community. It was Miss Jewel Bell who shared her story about Black Bottom, and so it began. To get started, McDaniel reached out to Black in Appalachia.
Of course, I went to where I thought there would be some information, and there wasn't anything documented. So that just really caused, I guess, a sense of urgency for me.
She wanted to research and document these stories that she had always heard about Black Bottom, which is the late black business district that was here in Bristol, Virginia.
Through oral histories and deep document dives, the two started to piece together history, quite literally, plotting the points of these former businesses on a map. At first, that map was hand-drawn, but now you can see the plots in an interactive version on the Black in Appalachia website, featuring 2 points 40 years apart.
1897 to 1930s, there's a lot of years in between there, and so we really didn't have the capacity or the labor to be able to map all of those years in between. So we felt that the earliest we could find and the height were two good bookends that we could utilize.
The late 1930s were considered the height, listing 27 black businesses, most of which were located in the block that currently holds the Bristol, Virginia courthouse. It's where the former Lee Street Baptist Church used to stand in all its glory. Now, a marker stands in Cumberland Square Park in its memory. And it's the memory of Black Bottom that McDaniel doesn't want to fade.
I think what it does is it brings to life that there were actual black businesses here. So there's a name, there's an address associated with it, there's an owner who ran that business. Now you can look on the map and say, hey, that's where so-and-so's barbershop was located. So it really kind of brings it to life.
While comparing her research to present-day black businesses, one question replays in her mind.
What can we do to support black businesses going forward and strengthen them so that there is a decent infrastructure in place where they can thrive?
She hopes this is something others think of as well. In Bristol, I'm Kelly Getz.
McDaniel has received grants for the Black Bottom project. She plans to use the funds to bring more visibility to Bristol's history through markers and art projects. She's hoping to use African-American artists in this endeavor and is pulling together an advisory committee this February to discuss their next move. If you want to help this effort, you can donate to Black in Appalachia, their website right there on your screen.